Hello everyone, and welcome to Ant News Network News. Hello everyone, and welcome to ANN News, episode 26. Got a few things for today's show, but it is still winter, so it's a little bit quiet. First up though, let's head over to the other side of the world. Ants of Sydney. This week, he rehomed his Iridomyrmex species into a really tidy little nest. Previously, they were in a little setup, and now they've just got a little setup, but it has a nice sandy area, a few twigs, and a nice little place for them to make their nest. Really nice little nest, I think. Over to PJ Ants and his adopted Mesa barbarus colony. They seem to be doing really well. PJ Ants has also opened up a shop, and if you head over to his latest video and look in the description, you can check it out yourself. Stateside, Soren's Ants made a great video on his Camponotus floridanus colony. This species of Camponotus is highly aggressive and they're a really active species. I think his plan is not to let them get too big, because if you do, they will completely overrun your setups. Also stateside, Ants showed off his Solenopsis xylone colony. They seem to be doing really well and have recovered from a recent little hiccup they had. The queen is also getting really fat again, which is always a good sign when her ovaries start to swell up. Hopefully it means she's about to mass produce the eggs and brood. Just a side note, you can catch Ants and me over at the Ants Anonymous Discord. Hopefully I'll remember to put a server link below. To Wales. Antics has been really busy this week, pumping out 2 videos. One of them was on a Fidole Palladula colony that they received from Ants England and have adopted. They're doing really well though, and they're also in one of my little nests, which it does make me quite proud. I'm quite a big fan of Fidole Palladula and have experienced their explosions in population firsthand, and it is really something to behold. Once they start growing, there is literally nothing you can do to slow it down. And they don't seem to stop growing either. Mine rocketed past 3,000 and then they just kept heading up. Must have been 10,000 easy peasy. And I wasn't even feeding them. Like, not even exaggerating, I didn't feed them for 4 months. And it did not stop them a single bit. Best of luck though to everybody at Antics. Enjoy. Let's head over to Ants Ramblings now. We got a lovely update video this week, and he covered a few of his species. A lot of them are still sleeping, but some of them did manage to still rear their little heads up. But I know the Tetramorium, they were definitely in there. And his, is it the Rufoglorcus? It might be. No, it's the Maculatus, I think. They were in there, along with a few other colonies, the Harps as well. However, the Harps don't seem to be doing too well. Same boat as me, to be honest, at the minute. They're just heading downhill fast. Best of luck to them though, I really do hope they recover. Sticking with the UK, let's head over to Scott's Inverts. Over on Scott's channel, he has all sorts of inverts, to be honest, from like spiders to beetles and woodlouse. He seems to have all sorts. But recently, he's managed to get himself a Harpignathos venator colony, aka the jumping ants. I really do wish him the best of luck though, and they are an amazing species. Might be worth talking to Ants England for a little bit of advice, as hers definitely seem to be doing okay. Talking of Ants England, she released an amazing tour video this week, which personally I really enjoyed. I enjoyed it so much I decided to copy it myself and make my own. However, in her update she covered her Lasius, Tetramorium, Harpignathos, only slightly though because they deserve their own video. The Thailand Ares or funny beeps, Scutularis and more. It's definitely worth heading over to her channel and watching the ant tours, because you can get a good look at them while they're small at the beginning of the year, or however they are, to be honest, as some of the colonies are not small. Like the scuts, for example, they're rapidly expanding. But as the year goes on, you'll be able to look back at how they were then and how they were later on. And it's really nice just to see progress. Especially if you're thinking of keeping an ant species and are just keeping an eye on it and learning the ropes. So let's go a little bit south now to France, I believe. Antscon did a lovely little video on his green weaver ants. I'm not even going to try and say their proper name because I just can't. I just know it's like Octosmeagol or something. His queen though, however, is the greenest one I've ever seen. Some of them just have a green gaster, whereas this girl, she's lovely and green from head to toe. I know one side of the Pacific, they're one colour, and the other side of the Pacific, they're another colour. So maybe these come from a different side to normal. Also on the continent, Campo Nico made a good video on moving ants. If you watch it and you think, oh, he might be being a bit rough, that's not really the case, I don't think. Sometimes, while moving ants, it's best to just get it over and done with. And ants don't really take full damage, so flicking them out of a tube to get them into a nice fresh tube is worth it in my opinion, especially if the old tube is all dry and minging. There's a 100% chance that if you left them in a dry tube, that they probably die. Well, I should say 99% chance. So yeah, you might lose one worker flicking them all out into a new tube, but overall, it is worth it. It's definitely worth going to check out Campo Nico's video though for some useful tips on how to move your ants and cause as little stress as possible. I think end of the day, we all just want happy, unstressed ants, so this is the video you want to watch, to be honest. Finally, let's spin the globe again and head down to Novo Ants. His lovely colony of, might be Campanodus brevinoda, possibly. I'm not 100% sure, but his brevinoda colony, they've been growing really well. So well in fact, that it's time they got a tank expansion, along with one of his other colonies as well. I really do like the look of Novo Ants' tanks though, as they look semi-natural, but they're completely not natural, which means you don't have to look after the plants and they're a lot easier to keep clean. Really good looking tanks though. Let's hope the ants think so as well. However, I can't see anything could go wrong, to be honest, as yeah, they're just really good little formicariums. So that's about it for the news. The weatherman is still hibernating, however I heard him grunting the other day from his little hole in the cellar. So I think he might be waking up from hibernation, as it does seem to be rolling into spring a little bit. It's February now nearly. Well actually no, it is February, so yeah, we're nearly at spring. We're definitely over halfway through winter, which is absolutely brilliant because yeah, winter's boring for your native ants. On the shop front of things, Aesthetic Ants has released his AAC nests now. I would highly recommend giving them a look because they're a really high quality, well made little AAC nest, and nowadays it is hard to find a good quality AAC nest that isn't from Ants Australia, to be honest. I've had a couple to test and so far they've been working really well. Antscon also seem to have Phodole megacephala in stock. I know a lot of people are keeping an eye out for this species, and I think they're going to be one of the big species of 2024, to be honest. But yeah, Antscon have them in stock. Finally, the Great Ant Exhibition is under 2 weeks away now, and it's going to be held in Sheffield. So if you're in the area or feel like travelling, I definitely recommend heading up there and giving it a visit. Personally, every time I've met up with other like-minded ant keepers, it's always been really amazing and definitely worth all the effort of getting there and things like that. There's also a massive raffle and you can buy tickets for it online. However, I can't find the link for the raffle, so if you're listening, Tom, could you just drop the link to the raffle in the comments below? The raffle is 100% worth entering though, as there's over £600 worth of stuff now from all sorts of different vendors. You can't really go wrong. For just £10 you can get yourself 5 tickets. And you're all set then. Don't buy too many though, because I want to win as well. Some really sweet prizes to be had though. Anyway, that's all for today's ANN news. Until next time, have a fabulous week and may your ants live long and prosper. Thank you for watching and bye!